Welcome to the Town of Carberry's 2024 Financial Plan hearing. In this presentation, I will provide a review of the 2024 revenue and expenditures and how it will affect you, the ratepayers. We will also unveil some exciting new capital expenditures planned for this year and revisit notable projects and purchases from 2023. At the end of the presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. Our vision and mission statement. Vision. Sustainable business development and residential growth will increase our population towards 2,500 people who are proud to call Carberry home, where a community is more than just a word, but a way of life. Mission. The purpose of the Council of the Town of Carberry is to govern in a fair and accountable manner that enhances the quality of life for our citizens. Message from the Mayor. Welcome to our public hearing and thank you for participating in the process. A lot of work and effort has gone into our budget this year by our staff and council to ensure we are being fiscally and financially accountable, as well as continuing to make our town a great place to live and do business. We continue to invest in infrastructure, protective services, healthcare, and future development for our citizens and hopefully future citizens to make our town a great place to call home. Thank you for making Carberry your home. Ray Muirhead, Mayor. 2024 revenue. The Town of Carberry's 2024 revenue is expected to come from several different sources. Primarily, we rely on taxed at-large income generating $1,123,910 in revenue through our general mill rate. Additional revenue streams include fire, police, streetlights bylaw, garbage bylaw, recreation operation levy, sewer levy, the business bylaw, reserve transfers, and other revenue and transfers totaling $829,151. The revenue from other revenue and transfers comes from federal, provincial, and other grants, interest revenue, sales of service, various fees, agreements, and rental income. This graph illustrates our revenue breakdown with at-large dollars leading the pack, closely followed by other revenue sources. Now let's turn our attention to expenditures. Our budget for 2024 encompasses a range of categories, each vital to the smooth function and operation of our town. General government services, transportation services, and recreation services budgeted at just over $500,000 each. Protective services, environmental health, fiscal services, and transfers to reserves hover around the $300,000 to $350,000 mark. Public health and welfare and environmental development services are budgeted at $42,900 and $20,890. The expenditure graph is a visual representation of our budget allocations across different sectors and how they relate to each other. 2024 expenditure highlights. General government services represent 18% of the town's overall expenditures. General government services represent costs related to council, the office and office staff, taxes and insurance, general grants, and other general government expenses. Transportation services represent 17% of all expenditures and include public works wages, benefits, shop expenses, equipment expenses, street expenses from sidewalks and drainage to gravel and street signs, plus a few other sundry services listed here. This year, Council has budgeted $40,000 to go toward new sidewalks or walking paths and repairing existing sidewalks. Recreation and cultural services also represent 17% of the town's overall expenditures. Demonstrating our commitment to recreation, we've consistently invested $60,000 plus accumulated interest into a long-term recreation fund over the past 12 years. Over the past 2 years, Council has committed $242,211 toward the construction of a new campground and soccer field. CPCC alone has received $696,000 in upgrades over the past 5 years, and more are budgeted for 2024. The Ball Diamonds and CP Park are also scheduled for some upgrades in 2024. Economic Development Services. represent 4% of overall expenditures, but have a huge impact on our community. Council is dedicated to their vision of fostering sustainable business development while aiming for a residential population increase of 2,500. While we have seen a boom of businesses in our community, in order to realize their vision to increase the population, Council has initiated a comprehensive marketing campaign. This campaign includes the revitalization of Highway Number 1 signage, advertising on bus benches, Portage TV advertising, and placement in prominent papers within surrounding communities like Shiloh, Nipawin, and Brandon. Kara plans to attend some trade shows and parades around Manitoba, promoting our community and showing off this new swag. Additionally, we're allocating funds to the various reserves, including medical, fire safety, and future capital infrastructure, demonstrating our commitment to fiscal responsibility and long-term planning. In essence, our financial plan reflects a blanketed approach to addressing current needs while strategically investing in the future growth and prosperity of our community. What does this all mean? Overall assessment increase of $887,100 equals a 1.173% average increase. The general mill rate is 17.385. Fire, police, streetlights, mill rate is 3.862. The Beautiful Plains School Division mill rate is 10.620. The sewer rate is $148.53. The garbage rate is $185 per household. Community Rec Services levy is $90 per household. Mill rate comparison. This comparison shows the impact our 2024 mill rate will have on residential properties with 100,000 and 125,000 portioned assessment compared to 2023. For example, on a residential property with the portioned assessment of 100,000, the Beautiful Plains School Division 5.13% mill rate increase will convert into an increase of $23.31. In the general municipal at large, 1.52% mill rate increase will cost an extra $14.36 for the total increase of $37.67 compared to 2023. Please note the education property tax credit has not been deducted from this calculation, nor have any special services been factored in. Tax rate comparison. This comparison is again based off the total portioned assessment for a variety of properties, including businesses. This example does include the EPTCA credit and special services. Based off the residential examples given here, there is an average of a 2.19% overall increase and $58.80 average increase in taxes payable. Capital projects for 2024. To extend the walking path around town, repair and replace sidewalks, complete the old shop demo on 4th Avenue, add more street lighting, crack repair streets, extension of the fire line, and updated street signs. Capital purchases for 2024. Some capital purchases for 2024 include a sander for the loader, a sander for sidewalks, and a public works pickup truck. Joint projects for 2024 that are joint with the municipality of North Cypress Langford include painting at the skate park, installing tin, eaves, trough, soffit, and fascia at CP Park, upgrades to the ballpark, a fence around the generator at the hall, at the drop-in center, a heating and air conditioning unit, and painting the tin, and new siding and moving the emergency exit at the library. Some joint equipment purchase is a 2009 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 for the Parks and Rec Department. 2024 joint capital projects. New transfer station building. The new building will replace the current staff office located immediately south of the scale. The building is designed to accommodate a work area with a pull-up window for residents to access the attendant for payment and direction to appropriate waste disposal areas. The building will include a staff lavatory, replacing the current Job John located outside the current staff building. The building will also contain a shop bay for future storage of a skid steer. Joint projects for 2024. At CPCC, they'll install a pigeon netting for the pool, paint and freshen up the white advertising board at the rink, painting the bowling alley, heaters on the rink side, fertilizing and planting grass seed at the soccer field, campground upgrades continue, and a digital sign on the west side of the building. Future capital plan. This future capital plan is for years 2025 through to 2029. Several paving projects are planned in these 5 years, as well as equipment purchases, fire line extension, fire pumper truck, and lagoon expansion. Lagoon expansion. In 2019, Council passed a resolution to submit an application for funding to the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program to help with the cost of a lagoon's expansion. As a condition of the application, a feasibility study was needed for the wastewater treatment lagoon. Our current lagoon has 2 cells, the first one constructed in 1958 and the second one in 1990. The study determined that with our continual and expected growth over the next 20 years, a third, larger cell would be needed to meet the current and future treatment requirements. Lagoon expansion site drawing. The town of Carberry was successful with their ISIP grant application. Granting was approved as follows: 40% for federal, 40% provincial, 20% municipal. On March 24th, 2022, the province of Manitoba advanced their first payment to the town of Carberry in the amount of $561,959.97. A year later, on March 20th, 2023, the province paid out the remaining grant amount, $1,990,784.73. No funds received from the federal government to date. The lagoon project start date isn't expected until 2025, so in the meantime, the town is free to invest these funds in guaranteed products. The interest generated will go toward the town's 20% commitment. Completed projects in 2023. Final renovations were completed at the new Town of Carberry office located at 44 Main Street. Demolition of the old public works shop was partially completed. The remaining structure will be removed early spring 2024. In economic development, t-shirts, hoodies, spring and fall jackets, and hats were available for sale. Postcard and travel guide were created. Holiday lights were updated along Main Street, and more are to come in 2024. Wayfinding signs have been purchased and will be displayed around town spring of 2024. Equipment purchased in 2023 is a new 2023 case loader. Joint equipment purchase with the municipality of North Cypress Langford is a 2013 Ford F-150 truck for the Parks and Rec Department. The Carberry Plains Memorial Hall also received a generator. A fence is planned for 2024. CPCC Kiddie Pool received some upgrades. And CP Park, staff completed painting the trim on the CP Park structure, and in 2024, it will see the completion of the soffit fascia, eaves trough, and tin installed on the interior of the roofline. The transfer station also received new gates. Did you know that the town of Carberry and the municipality of North Cypress Langford share the revenue and expenses 50-50 for many budgetary items? Here are a few examples: Fire Department, Parks and Recreation, Old Office, Nuisance Grounds, Joint Utility Employee, Manager of Leisure Services, Seniors, Handyman, CPCC, Hall, Museum, Library, Drop-In Center, Cemetery, Arts, and Archives. January 1st to December 31st, 2024 taxes are due September 30th, 2024. Our office accepts prepayments in any amount for taxes throughout the year. Water sample kits are available upon request. Did you know your property assessment is always available online? Get social. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Check out our new webpage at www.townofcarberry.ca for updates and news in the community. We accept your used batteries for recycling. Garbage and recycling should be at the curb by 7 a.m. Garbage on Tuesdays and recycling on Thursdays. We offer glass pickup on the first Tuesday of every month. The Carberry Transfer Station is open Monday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Wednesday and Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Payment options: by mail, post-dated checks, in person, online banking, and e-transfer. Important information. Again, January 1st to December 31st, 2024 taxes are due September 30th, 2024. Early bird rates are 1.5% to June 30th, 1% to July 31st, and 0.5% August 31st. Late fees of 1.25% will be charged on unpaid taxes, added to the first business day of every month after September 30th. Remember to save your tax bill for your income tax preparer the following year. Please visit our website for more information. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to share them. A sander for sidewalks and a public works pickup truck. Joint equipment purchased in 2024 is a 2009 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 for the Parks and Rec Department. Public health and welfare and environmental development services are budgeted at $42,900 and $20,890, respectively. The expenditure